here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Check back. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. Rip right. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Hey, look. Go on. Step.
They will run for the first time here with White. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
It's caught, Smith. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
We go.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Break. The mic. 47's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Yes, yes. Shoot.
First down, here's White. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the Ravens' 32-yard line.
Go. Ready?
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll go down at the 28.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Good work, let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
And he's got some space here. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Ravens 14, Steelers 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Go. Hurry.
Going right side is White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 8, read. Hey, Wahoo. I'm coming after you. 5.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Set. 10-2 stop.
They'll run on first down. White, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now.
On second down, it's White. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Down. 60 outlaw. Check, 47. Hey, let's get in them holes. They go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
5 yards on the play. That's another Steelers.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ravens 14, Steelers 3.
Set, ready? 18 Gators.
I'm coming after you.
80 weapons.
After you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Look at me. Zipper.
Kill. Turn up. Alert 3.
Check. Deep grip.
Here's White. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey!
Motion. Check it out, read.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Yes.
Hey, seam 6. 2.
2nd and 6. Complete to Bryant. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Motion.
They'll try and run it in with White. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Let him know. Switch. Big dash.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson from the shotgun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded at the 2.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 52. Protein spill.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down now, it's White. He finds an opening past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Yep. 47. Mike's 47. Not here.
Here's White. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 37. Check 37. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Go. Hold the look. Hold the look. Fight.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Check, check, 47. Hit it.
Back to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Here we go. Go. Slam. Out. Will. You got time.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Wide. Get wide.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Final play and a half here. It's Jackson, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Watch twins.
On first down, White. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey. Big Ed. Watch twins.
Going on the ground, it's White. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, Charlie. Yo, go. 48's mine. 48's mine. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get that one complete to counter. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'm here all day.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run on first down. White looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10
Let's get it.
at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Kill. Shift. Joker.
Shit.
They'll run it here with Logan. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
He's crossing. He's checking crap.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
25, check 25, check 25.
They stay on the ground with White. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 45 yards on the ground. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Now.
They run with Logan. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Man, I got you. Check 50, check 50. Watch the edge.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Look at me. Zipper. Let's go.
They run again with Logan. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey! Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
7's the mic, 47's the mic.
Speed grip, speed grip.
They'll look to throw here. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Go now.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to go down again. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Come to me, it's me. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Slam, slam, slam.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Jones. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check 4. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson now. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 13.
They will run with White out of a shotgun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
41 Mike. 41.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He completes it to Bryant. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. No. Off. Check 3. Check 4.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Check. Go. Motion.
Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Tucker now to add the point after. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Got it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a carry for White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
Topper.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Go. Five.
Check, 47. No chance. 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that sack look.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred.